Hey everybody, Brian here, Castle Hives, Northeast Ohio Beekeeping in the apiary. Got work to do. All right everybody, so plan today is we're checking the super on main castle. Just gonna check that top box again real quick. Also gonna check in Fireball Hive and see how these supers are doing. You'll see that I have a bee escape on here, so hopefully I don't find many girls in this top box because it is practically, I think the whole thing is capped. So I want the girls to get out of there, you know, without having to brush them and all that kind of stuff. Gonna check on the other super, this top box here as well. We're gonna take a peek real quick on that, you know, the main split, the new bee castle also, see if we see brood. You know, I saw a little bit of brood in there when I checked it, but a little bit of work here to do. I'm gonna peek in on the resource hives as well, just to see how they're doing. So a lot of work to do today. So let's get main castle opened up. Let's get all this stuff started. All right, everybody, got the super open. Gonna check and see how they're doing in here. All right, they are starting to fill that out. Let me check a couple other ones here. Oh, this right here, that's comb honey on there. That looks good. I like it. I like it. Wow. That is completely filled. Next frame I see they're building out is a natural comb that they've built out. That's where I pulled out that wonky, if you remember, that wax sheet that had fallen down. Next one there is natural as well. So I like it, I like it. They're working this super, so I like what I see there. I'm gonna squeeze these frames back. All right, so super here, they're working it. I like it. You know, this is just a bonus for this year. So, you know, starting from basically scratch, see that? Starting from scratch, that's just all a bonus. Couple small hive beetles there chased out. Okay, so queen excluder's off. Let's look at a couple frames in here. Get this outer one first, that way to allow me for room when I'm working in this box. Wow, look at that bee there, all real dark. So found a little practice cup right there. Nothing in it, no egg or anything in it. It's so odd because there's brood on this outer edge here. I need to start bringing, I have a frame holder and I can just set that right there and hang those frames. I need to start bringing that down here. Heck of a lot easier. Good brood frame here. nice ring on there that you see. Good amount of brood on here as well. Some waggle dancing going on. All right. I'm actually not going to check this next frame. I want to get into these premier frames here and see how those frames look. See how they're built out. So a little bit of drone brood on there. They got mostly nectar packed on this. And they're packing that also, nectar. So I might move this to the outer edge. Just move that brood in. Yep, I think I am. This is a premier frame here, solid packed out. All right, so I'm going to slide these frames back over, adjust a little bit, and just slap main castle back together. So main castle so far, you know, you see, boy, this gets tight with that propolis. You see that they're building out nice. No complaints with this hive. So I was able to pull one split off of it so far this year as well. So doing good. I'm gonna get this back together and let's move on to Fireball Hive. Got my frame holder. Gonna get into Fireball now. Oh yeah. All right, we're taking the bee escape off. Now how this is supposed to work, if I would have blocked off that entrance, it would have been fine. But how it works is, you see the hole right here? Well, the girls then go through that hole and through that triangle that you see right there. Now, they cannot get back up through that triangle to get back up into the super. Now, I do see there's not many bees in there, so it did somewhat work, but if I'd have had that entrance blocked off, it would have worked better. All right, let's check on this super here first, and just to see how it is, and if it's capped out, then I'm taking it up into the building so that I don't get bees on it. So this frame here, they're working on. So I'm gonna leave that here, because I can check a frame there, and if there's one capped, I'll just swap it out. Yep, this one here is capped out. I'm gonna check these other frames here and we'll see what we got. All right, so I had another frame with the wax foundation, you know, just kind of tilted and so far I'm seeing headaches, but that could be my own doing. I'm gonna take this super up into the building and just to get it out of here, because there's only a couple bees in there, and then I'll come back and we'll get into this one right here. Okay, y'all, so you see I have an empty super here. Now my plan is this. The frames in here that are filled out, I'm gonna checkerboard. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a frame with honey, then an empty, then a frame with honey and an empty, frame with honey, empty. And then that'll be the box on the bottom. The one on the top will be empty, frame of honey. So it'll be a checkerboarded pattern through these supers. Encourage the girls to work and build this out. So let's see what we have in this super. They're definitely working it. All right. Hang that frame right there. So they've got some nectar in there. So I'm gonna go frame of honey, and then throw in an empty, but I gotta wait until I pull this next one to allow me room. Yep, they're working this one too. So we're gonna go an empty, and then in this one here, a frame of honey. And you kind of get where I'm going with this. So I'm going to go through and checkerboard these supers, and when I get them pulled off, then let's see what's in this top brood box. Okay, y'all, I got the brood box opened up. Let's see what we got. Now, this outer frame here was just honey, so let's just see what they show us. A little smoke driving down. And I'm just checking, I'll probably just check 3 or 4 frames here, and that's all. I was able to get those supers checkerboarded. Oh man, beautiful brood frame here. Beautiful brood frame. So Queen Mary is, she is rocking it. Another beautiful brood frame. So this is recently hatched, and I can't see down in those cells. Let's see here. There we go, I can see with the right angle. There's eggs in all those cells. Now that's what you want to see. As the brood hatches out on this prior frame that we saw, as that brood hatches out, you want to have adequate room, you know, frames in your hive so that the girls do not backfill with nectar. And you want to give, another beautiful frame here, gosh, you want to give that colony, beautiful, beautiful, you want to give that colony adequate space for the queen to lay. If they're bringing in nectar, if you're in a real heavy flow, and you know, real strong nectar flow out there, and they are filling out, right up there is Queen Mary. If they are filling out, look at that, look at that. Nothing in it. Nothing in them. You know, if they're filling out faster, or filling those cells faster than what the queen can get back to it, then you end up, man, I don't want to drop that frame. You end up in a situation where it's going to swarm out. So, nothing in these. Ah, beautiful queen. Beautiful queen. Now, what I could do, just to allow extra room also, I just want to check this other frame right here, just because what I found on that one. What I could do is get a frame with eggs, and I could very well pull off a split. Beautiful frame of brood here. Beautiful frame here. So I'm going to slap Fireball back together. Okay. Oh, look at that little girl right there. Bees are so mean, you know. And I'm going to watch how I get stung. I'm going to slap this hive back together, get these supers back on, and move on to the resource hive here. So let's get this one back together. Fireball is great. Probably going to end up in another week pulling a split off of this. Don't have all my equipment ready to do so today. So another week, be kind of iffy. We're getting on that border where it's going to get too late to pull off splits, but I've got enough resources here in the apiary that I could do so. So let's get this together and move on to the resource hive here.